today we will be talking about a crusade that started not by a religion but by God himself, and that crusade brought us to his feet. So we want to talk about that, so that when you hear his voice, you will harden not your heart. So let us bow our heads for a word of prayer. Let us pray. Gracious, loving Father, we ask of you to be with us right now as we enter into your word. Please have mercy upon us and save us from our evil ways. Change us in our experience and make us dedicated to you. Make us have genuine sincerity that we may be saved as the end draws near. These mercies we ask of you through your Holy Spirit, in Jesus' holy name. Amen. Now let me first say this to you, my dear brethren. You see how we warn you over and over. There's a terrible cold virus going along. This cold virus may have been engineered, but it has killed more than 1,100 people in Texas alone. Media didn't tell you that. More than 1,100 people in Texas alone died. California, the state of California, they cannot take any more people in the hospital because it is overcrowded, and many have died here. They had to put tents outside to take people. In Canada, more than 300 have died. It allegedly started in Australia, and in Australia many deaths took place. So we warn you, get your purple leaf, get your Spanish time, get your colloidal silver. Somebody has offered me money here to get one for them, and I told them go back to money, I'll give one for them. That person who it is, just come here and I will give it to you, because I have it for you. So the point I'm simply saying is this: you have to take care of your health. Amen. It cannot be negligible. Because sometimes when you look at the way a person lives in their home, they live in their home with negligence. You cannot afford to live in your home with negligence. You have to take care of your health. If it is the right arm of the third angel's message, then the third angel's message could only be sustained in your life. If you're alive, if you're dead, you can't preach any third angel's message. So you need a right arm of strength to keep you alive and to keep you healthy to preach. What do you say? And that's the reason why you need to take good care of your health. So who can tell me what Tuesday was? What day Tuesday was? The 16th. What day it was? It was the first official presidential decree from Donald Trump of Religious Liberty Day. So Tuesday that has passed was Religious Liberty Day, in which people of faith, as he put it, their religious liberty should be protected. And as he said, no baker, no worker, no Christian should have to face any kind of test to give up their faith. And so he proclaimed Religious Liberty Day. We have to make sure that he gets the message before the evangelicals spoil it. But thank God for that. What do you say? So while this is happening, we want to look at a crusade that started by God himself. We want to look at a crusade that started by God himself when he called us. And when you accept that call from God in God's crusade, that's how you become a child of to look at the crusade that God started. It is very important for you and I. First chapter. It is very important for you and I to understand this, what we are talking about here. Because let me state this to you. If God called you a certain way, you are to present the truth a certain way. If God called you, why did he call you and what did he call you to? So we want to look at a great crusade that God has, which can be seen in every book of the Bible. But since we cannot study here, we cannot study 66 books going through it right now, we will just touch some significant events in some of the books of the Bible. Does that understand, my dear brother? So let us start off first where we should always start off. The source of discord and sin in God's universe. The very first sin. And let us look at Isaiah chapter 14. And we will look at verse 12 to verse 14. Let's start here. We are told, I quote, "How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nation?" So this clearly shows us here nations were weakened by Lucifer. He did something to weaken the nations. What he did to weaken the nations started with Eve. But we are told he fell and that God will destroy him. But it continues. Let us see what happened, why Lucifer fell, and what caused him to destroy the nations. Let's read. "For thou hast said in thine heart." Where did he say? In his heart. So we are dealing with what takes place in the mind of the individual. That's what we are dealing with. What takes place in the mind of the individual. Lucifer sitting in his mind is the first step. The first step took place in his mind. But let's read on. "For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of God. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. I will ascend above the height of the clouds. I will be like the Most High." So all these symbols of sitting on the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north, all these symbols of ascending above the height of the clouds, all that is summed up in one raw statement. And the raw statement tells us what? I will be what? Like the Most High. Did you see that? Now in this chart here, watch me. To be like the Most High is God. To be like the Most High is to be a Most High with the Most High. Which is impossible. So if I said, I will be like the Most High, I am saying the Most High is there and I want to be a Most High while the Most High is existing. Did you get that right? So if I am saying, I will be like the Most High, I want to be a Most High while the Most High is existing. Because if Lucifer said, I will be in place of the Most High, all the angels are telling me you're crazy. They can't be in place of God. So what did he say? I will be what? Like the Most High. So to be like the Most High is to be a Most High with the Most High. Which is the same as saying it is to be what? God with God. Is that understood? And this became the beginning of universal discord. Because we weakened the nations with that concept that was started where? In his mind. Is that understood, my dear brother? So you and I have to understand, trouble in God's universe started with Lucifer's idea of being God with God. This phrase, God with God, is very important for all of us. Why is the phrase important? The phrase is important because it shows us the logic that Lucifer had and the logic he carries on today. The final conflict will be over if there is really gods with God. That will be the final conflict. And that's the reason why you and I must make sure we are fully a part of YHWH's what? Monotheistic crusade.
Amen.
Do you get that clear? Because the final conflict will be, is there gods with God? A name given to God is going to show why there cannot be gods with God. A special name identified in the last book of the Bible. And we will look at that in a while. But what we see here is that Lucifer's original campaign, his rebellion, affected heaven. It is the source of sin in the universe of God. And it started with his claim to be God is God. Now we know this already, we have discussed that already here over and over again. Then, lo and behold, after Lucifer sinned, God created man. Man was not created before Lucifer sinned. He was created after Lucifer had already in his mind went off the edge. So man was created for a particular purpose. Why? The Bible clearly explains this on the next chart. Isaiah 43 verse 7. Isaiah 43 verse 7. Yes, brother.
Brother, you know, to begin with, Lucifer was already wrong from the time he started to think that way. Why? Because at the end of the day, right, to kind of exaggerate about yourself as if you're on the same level, go on and downgrade go to your level. That would really put a kind of pantheistic twist in the sense of this, right? God created you, but you is God now come into existence. Aha, I now come into existence, I am God. You know how stupid you're looking at? That can't make sense. Logical sense, you now come into existence, and also you now become conscious of God. So God wasn't existing before you?
Okay, beautiful, wonderful. Wonderful. And then at the end of the day, at the end of eternity. Okay. So now let's look at Isaiah 43, verse 7. Here's what we are told. Even everyone that is called by what? My name, I have created him for what? My glory. I have formed him, yea, I have made him. So we were created for God's what? Glory. Now what does it mean to be created for God's glory? Look at Psalms 86, 9 and 10. Psalms 86, 9 and 10. We are told. It says here, Psalms 86, 9 and 10, all nations whom thou hast made shall come and worship before thee. Did you see that? Did you see that? O Yahweh, and shall what? Glorify thy name. So you see, for God's glory, this will glorify his name. What does that mean? It goes on, for thou art great and great what? Wondrous thing. What does it say? Thou art God alone. End of quote. Did you see that, my dear brother? So man was created for the glory of God. That means he was created to exalt God as God alone. Notice this. Man had to do that only after sin. He had to show that God was God alone. Which means sin was saying something different to that. It was Lucifer that was saying that there are gods with God. And every dependence you put on yourself, listen to me carefully, every dependence you put on yourself, you are saying that you are God with God. Because man was created to be dependent on God, not on himself. Is that understood, my dear brother? If we are creation, you can only depend on God. You can't depend on your creative self. So the point about it we're looking at here is that man was created for the what? Glory of God. That's why here is what 1 Corinthians tells us. Chapter 10 and verse 31. 1 Corinthians chapter 10 and verse 31. Let's hear what it tells us in a submissive. Verse 21. Verse 31. Whether therefore you what? eat or drink, or what? Whatsoever you do, do what? All what? So what? The glory of God. So this is speaking about the life you live, the life you have dependence on God. Whatsoever you do all to the what? Glory of God. And doing it to the glory of God is to what? Exalt God to be honored. Is that understood, my dear brethren? That's why the Bible tells us that. Now let's do next chapter. Watch this. You remember, man was created to glorify God. But lo and behold, the very same man that was created to glorify God faced something terrible from Lucifer in Genesis chapter 3. So let's quickly set these foundations before we go forward. Genesis chapter 3, 1 to 6. We read. Observe. Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field, which Yahweh God had made. And he said unto the woman, Yea, hath God said, You shall not eat of every tree of the garden? And the woman said unto the serpent, You may eat of the fruit of the trees of the garden, but of the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, God hath said, You shall not eat of it, neither shall you touch it, lest you die. And the serpent said unto the woman, You shall not surely die. For God doth know that in the day you eat thereof, then your eyes shall be opened, and you shall be as God. The word is not God's there. The word is Elohim. You shall be as God, knowing what? Good and evil. And then verse 6 tells us, And when the woman saw that the tree was good for food, and it was pleasant to the eyes, and a tree to be desired to make one wise, she took of the fruit thereof and did eat, and also gave unto her husband with her, and he did eat. Now let's just stop here. Without going into all the ramification of this, because we could have plenty of discussion on this, and therefore get off the topic. The important point to see here is that man sinned with the same sin of Lucifer. Notice we are told he shall be what? As God, knowing good and evil. To be as God, it means God is there and you are just like him. Watch the tricks, right? He will be like the Most High, but then he tells man, you will be as God. Now to be as God, you have to be God with God. Because it would mean God is existing, but you are as him. So what Lucifer was purporting is that the person will become God with God. And that's what we need to understand. The fall that Lucifer had is the fall that he transmitted to humanity. He made man sin his sin. Sin in heaven started when Lucifer claimed to be God with God. But sin on earth started when Lucifer getting man to claim that he was God what? With God also. And that was the beginning of our problem. Because if you are a God, you will direct your whole life your way. Like Sinatra said, he did it his way. He did it my way, and incidentally he was singing this song, and while he was singing it, he fell down right on the audience. On the stage. Apparently his way couldn't even make him stand up. You see, that phrase is a phrase of blasphemy. You're not supposed to do it your way. You're not supposed to trust in yourself. You're supposed to trust in who? God, the Mama, all your heart. Is that understood, my dear brethren? And so man now thought that he was God with God. Are you listening to me, my dear brethren? This, my dear brethren, is the problem of the earth. When you look at crimes, when you look at murders, when you look at evil government, when you look at rape, and all sorts of corruption, it all started with man seeking to be God what? With God. And that's the reason why justification is supposed to remove that idea from your mind. Because when you're justified or made right, made to operate the way you're supposed to operate, you wouldn't depend on yourself. Because justification is by grace. Didn't catch up on it, I don't find How was it about right? She said that she took it from right? Yes. How was it that in her mind at that time when she separated the knowledge of what is what himself? It was a miracle that was working for her, because she saw a serpent talking. And the serpent purported that he had took up the tree. So he rose, he was now able to talk and have conversation. It was a delusion. Because she didn't know it was Lucifer himself in the serpent. So actually it gave the impression that the serpent did part of the tree and become much more better. So if she did it, she would be like him too. Become much more better. You understand? And that's the reason why that delusion worked upon her mind. Okay? That's right. Right. She would be wise as God is wise. So she would have the wisdom of God, like God himself. So she would be like what Lucifer wanted to be. God was with God. That was the problem of man. That was the basic problem of man. That is what happened. Now let's look at the next shot. Yes, brother. In those days, the color of a serpent was gold. When the sun hit it, it would glow. It looked like a cross between a bird and a snake. Okay? And it flew. But like what you and I will call a chimpanzee today, very intelligent, it was the most intelligent of animals. So that's why he chose that. And that's why God made such a creature cease to exist. Because it will still be a source of trouble to man today. That's how it was, that's how it actually was. Not hearing me. No. Yes, that's right. Yes, alright, so now we are going to look at Jesus as the ideal man for all of us. We want Jesus as our example, don't you? Amen. Then the Bible tells us why Jesus came. The Bible tells us why Jesus came. Now Adam failed. The first Adam failed. Let's turn to 1 Corinthians chapter 15. Watch what the Bible tells us. 1 Corinthians chapter 15, and we will look at verse 21 and verse 22 first of all. This is wrong. We look at verse 21 and 22. Here is what we are told. I quote. 1 Corinthians 15:21. For since by man came what? Death. By man came also what? The resurrection of the dead. So in other words, man caused death, and by man, the resurrection of the dead came. Here is what it means. We read on. For as in Adam all die, even so in Christ shall all be made what? Alive. So anybody who is to be made alive, it must come only through Christ. So Adam calls us to die. He's a man. By another man, we get life. That man is the man Christ Jesus. So in other words, we are actually being told that Jesus Christ is a type of Adam. Let's read on. Proof of it. Let's go on. 45 to 47. Turn to 45 to 47. We read verse 45. And so it is written, the first man Adam was made a living soul. The last Adam was made what? A quickening spirit, or a life-giving spirit. And remember, Jesus gives life. So you have the first man Adam. He was just a normal person, but the last man Adam, or the last Adam, which is Jesus Christ, he gives us what? Life. Is that understood? Amen. Amen. Right, let's read on again. Continuing. The first man is of the earth, earthy, meaning made up of dust. The second man is Adonai or Yahweh from heaven. That is Jesus. It goes on. As is the earthy, such are they also that are earthy or dust. And as is the heavenly, such are they also that are heavenly. That is Jesus Christ. So what is it telling us? It is telling us Adam failed. So we needed a new Adam. The first Adam brought death to all of us. So the new Adam brought what? Life. In other words, what Adam was supposed to do, and he failed at it, the new Adam succeeded. Amen. Is that understood? Amen. And that is the reason why, since the new Adam succeeded, we are to follow what the new Adam did. Because the Bible tells us that new Adam is our example. Yeah. Let's just see what the new Adam came to do. First John 3:8. 1 John 3:8. 1 John 3:8. Let's see what the new Adam came to do. 1 John 3:8. Yes, Michael. That's right. Beautiful. Preaching. Very good. 1 John 3:8. Here's what she tells us the new Adam came to do, and that's what you see here in the Bible. Verse 8. He that committed sin is of the devil, for the devil sinned from the beginning. Now, so when Adam and Eve sinned, they were of what? The devil. Because they followed their father, the devil, who sinned from the beginning. Now it goes on. Again. For this purpose, did you just see that? For this one purpose, the Son of God was manifested, that he might what? Destroy the works of the devil. Now all the works that the devil did, it was to claim that creation is God what? With God. So if you and I were created to destroy the works of the devil, glorify God, we must simply show that God is God alone. In destroying the works of the devil. So we are building to a point. Pay careful attention. Yes,
why does the text say, might destroy and not will destroy?
The actual word is not really mighty. The actual word is to let loose or to remove. So if I say he came to remove the works of the devil, that's the actual translation. So the word mighty there in Old English doesn't carry the word that we use now. When we say might, we say it should happen and it don't happen. When they say might, they meant something to do in the future. Right? But we take it the way we speak English now. But it is really to loose it, to let it go. You understand? To cause this to happen.
Yes.
The destruction of the works of the devil.
Yes.
Right, so Jesus came to destroy the works of the devil. The second Adam came to do what? Destroy the works of the devil. Is that understood?
Amen.
So the first Adam failed. So the second Adam came, and he was a life-giving spirit to give life to us.
Yes.
But his purpose was to destroy the works of the devil. Amen, brethren? Now, let us see what we are told about this second Adam. Let's see what relationship we should have to him in 1 Peter chapter 2, verse 21. 1 Peter chapter 2, verse 21. First Peter chapter 2, verse 21. Let's read what it tells us. For even hereunto were ye called. Did you just see that? It says ye is the old English for you in a plural form. So like we will say you all, but they will say he. Alright? So let me say it, we will say it today. For even hereunto were you all called, because Christ also suffered for us, leaving us what? An example that we should what? Follow in his steps. Did you see that, my dear brother? So in other words, if Jesus came to destroy the works of the devil, and Jesus' followers must be Christ-like, they must be like him, then we must also do what? Destroy the works of the devil. Is that not so? Yes. That's the reason why every person is called to be a minister of the gospel. Because you have to destroy the what? The works of the devil. And since the devil claims that they are gods with God, if you have to destroy the works of the devil, then you must exalt God to be what? As Jesus did. Amen? That's what you're supposed to do. Yes, my dear brother.
Brother Myron,
yes.
The works, the works here now, as I say the works, it put in my mind to ask you, it's also the theory too? Because you have a theology, you know.
The works of the devil is not only the doctrines he builds, but how we apply it to human beings. We have to destroy everything. Everything. Right? Everything. The different ways in which he brings it, we have to bring the truth in those different ways. But it all boils down to one thing. It is a crusade, a monotheistic crusade that is going on this earth. But there are delusions to this monotheistic crusade. Mono, one. Faith and God, one Lord who saves. There's a one God crusade going on. Now watch this. And it is God that started this crusade. Next shot. Watch this. Did you just see that? When I touch this here to you, you might quickly see me show another level and looking at the book of Revelation. Don't go too much yet, rather than foundation truth. Then you can deal with that level. But watch what this shows us here, right? There are two witnesses. The Old and the New one. Testament. Right? From a heavenly view, if you take the Old and the New Testament and you give them a view from heaven, you look at them from heaven, you look at them the way heaven look at them. Listen to me again. Two witnesses are the Old and the New Testament. If you look at them from a heavenly view, the way heaven looked at them, at those books, you will see they glorify God. And when you see they glorify God, you will see that means they exalt God to be what? God alone. So let's start looking at this importantly in Revelation chapter 11. Verse 3 to verse 6 first of all. Watch this. And I will give power unto my two witnesses. Did you see it? And they shall what? Prophesy 1,260 days, clothed in what? Sackcloth. So we know that 1,260 days is the length that the papacy had control over civil law. And for the two witnesses prophesying, for those in sackcloth and ashes, it means they are prophesying covered. You're not getting the proper full knowledge you're supposed to get from them. Somebody is blocking you. They throw sackcloth and ashes on them and block you from getting full knowledge. The real purpose of the Old and the New Testament. That's why they are prophesying in sackcloth and ashes. In sackcloth and ashes, you're not getting what it really tell you to get. But let's read on. We are told who they are. These are the two olive trees and the two candlesticks standing before the God of the earth. And if any man will hurt them, fire proceeded out of their mouth and devoured their enemies. Like in the days of Elijah. That's the word of God. And if any man will hurt them, he must in this manner be killed. These have power to shut heaven, like in the days of Moses and Elijah, that it rain not in the days of their prophecy, and have power over waters to turn them to blood, like in the days of Moses, and to smite the earth with all work, plagues, as often as they will, like in the days of Moses. We know for sure that is the word of God. There's not two persons alive existing way in Moses' time, and they caused the Nile to turn red, and they caused the heavens to give no rain. They existed in the time of Elijah, and they existed all through the Bible. Not two human beings living for thousands of years. There's nobody lived longer than Adam, and Adam didn't even make 1,000. So don't come and tell me people after Adam is going to live longer than Adam. So it's not two human beings as the evangelicals tell you. The evangelicals give you the impression that it is two persons. You see, the only thing that causes miracles are not people. Miracles come from the word of God. Is that understood? When you understand that God is the source of miracles through His word, then you will understand if the two witnesses here are the Old Testament and the what? New Testament. In English today we say testament. That's an old English word. Today we should say testimony. And a testimony is a witness. That's why your Bible didn't say testament, it says witnesses. So you have two witnesses prophesying covered down in sackcloth and ashes. So in other words, their prophesying was tamed. They were banned for 1,260 years. And people couldn't get the full light of truth from them. They were made illegal to possess. It goes on. Let's just read verse 7 just for a little context. And when they shall have finished, or as the Greek says, are finishing their testimony, the beast that ascended out of the bottomless pit shall make war against them. Now stop there. So Daniel prophesied 1,260 years in sackcloth and ashes. That started from 538 after Christ's birth to what? 1798. As 1798 was approaching, a new power came up and made war against the Bible. And the war they made against the Bible, they destroyed the Bible in France. You would walk in the streets, you would see a Bible like a 3-story building piled up, set to light by the communists that took over France in the French Revolution, by the Illuminati. That is what you would see. And they burned the Bible wherever they found the Bible. So the two witnesses were murdered. But then God did something. This is the part we want to come to here now. The two witnesses in all of the New Testament, what kind of view do you get from a heavenly view? That's what we need to look at. Because once the view is covered with sackcloth and ashes, you cannot view it properly. So it took 1798 to pass, the Bible to be free up, and suddenly we can now see the two witnesses in a better way. Let's read 11 to 13. And after 3 days and a half, the Spirit of life from God entered into them, and they stood upon their feet, and great fear fell upon them which saw them. And they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, Come up hither. And they ascended up to heaven. Up to where? Heaven in a cloud. And their enemies beheld them. Did you see that? So now they ascended to heaven in a cloud. The Bible didn't literally go to heaven where God was. This heaven here is heaven where people could see. So this heaven is the heavenly sky where you can see. And there's not too many either. This is the Old and the New Testament. It means after the French Revolution, the Bible was exalted more than ever before. The very places where the French Revolution took place, the very house of the man who spoke against the Bible the most became a Bible Society house. You see, at that point in time now, the Bible became fully exalted. No sackcloth and ashes blocking it. Nobody destroying it. Now it becomes full. That's why when you have a Bible, you need to treat it properly. Because you're dealing with something that went through trouble. There's a time you couldn't have one. Now everybody has a copy and you treat it flipper. You put a glass of water in it, you put your elbow on it, you put it here and let it get dust on it. When these books were so important, because there was a point in time when you couldn't own a copy, it was banned. Remember Tyndale translated the Bible in English. And they burned Tyndale alive for doing that. What did they burn him with? With Bibles. They take the Bibles and use it as fuel and burn him with it. They chain him up and they take Bibles and use it as the fire to burn him. So now you and I have copies. So now after 1798, the Bible was exalted to heaven. When it is exalted to heaven, this is what happened. Let's look. Verse 12. And then verse 13. Reading again. And I heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, come up what? Hither. And they ascended up to heaven in a? And their enemies beheld them. And the same hour, there was a great earthquake. That is a political earthquake. And a 10th part of the city fell. Remember the 10 toes and the 10 nations of Europe. The one part that fell was France. The political earthquake that shook France was the French Revolution around that same time. It says here, and a 10th part of the city fell. And in the earthquake was slain of men 7,000. A sign of all those who were in the evil and did the wrong. Retribution came upon those who were really in the wrong. Perfect retribution. Not another man died who didn't have to die. That's why it didn't say 18,000 but 7. Perfection. It goes on. And the remnant were affrighted. And what? Gave glory to the what? God of heaven. So, when the two witnesses are seen in heaven, then you could give what? Glory to God. But if you take them in sackcloth and ashes, you couldn't see as clear. But now you have them exalted to heaven, you can now see much, much more better. Now you know what heaven sees about the first and the second witness. When heaven looks at the first and second witness, it is not true sackcloth and what? Ashes. It's pure and plain. And God is glorified fully. So it means to say we need a heavenly view of the Bible. A view in accord with heaven, with being in heaven, to help us understand the importance of the books of the Bible. And now, after Illuminism attacked the Bible, and you and I can now value this book, we can now look at this book in context to heaven. We can now look at those books from a heavenly view. And when we look at those books from a heavenly view, we can now glorify God, which is exalting God to be what? God alone. Is that understood, my dear brother? So once the Bible has been exalted after the French Revolution, knowledge is supposed to come as we run to and fro in the Bible. Knowledge is supposed to increase. But this knowledge is supposed to be increased, supposed to be so bright and so great that we came to understand the investigative judgment, and that carried the church back to justification, and carried the church back to the depravity of man, and carried the church back to the Godhead. So light began to spread, but that light causes us to glorify God. And that light glorifying God from a heavenly point of view will make us see the battle that the Bible is dealing with from a heavenly point of view. So that the crusade that is going on the earth will not be seen from an earthly point of view. If I ask you, who on earth sought after you for years, speaking to your mind occasionally and bringing conviction to you? Who? Which human being? No human being. It was only who? God. So he launched his crusade. But his crusade was to bring us back to what the original Adam was to do. It was to bring us back to fulfill the purpose that the original Adam was created to fulfill. Amen. Which the second Adam showed us. You didn't hear what I said? Which the second Adam showed us. Because the second Adam showed you, you have to destroy the world. Works of the devil. Amen? And in destroying the works of the devil, then you will fulfill your purpose. Amen? If there was no devil, we would all be doing what Adam was created to do. But since there's a devil here now, we need to destroy his works while at the same time doing what God wanted us to do from the beginning. Are you listening to me? So it comes like your existence is an opposition to the devil. That's why the devil is attacking you. That's why he brings various temptations to try and make you fall. That's why he studies your personality and looks at you and see what weakness he can find in you and set you up. That's why we were talking about sincerity last week. And I almost decided to give a study showing how Jesus faced temptation while he walked on earth, what he was doing. But not yet. Wait a while.
When God said man has become as one of us,
Yes.
man has, the war that's happening in heaven is Jesus and the angels that was fighting this Satan in the controversy.
Yes.
And now that man fell, man now has entered into that controversy to fight, as you rightly say, the works of the devil. They have become involved in the work.
That's right. But watch this now. So if God is on a monotheistic crusade, it follows in the Bible, in dealing with Lucifer's claim that he's God and God, he must teach us monotheism. So if we look to the Bible, we will see the beginning of God's creation, the beginning of God's monotheistic crusade. And we'll see what he's telling us now to fight the devil. That's what we want to look at in the Bible. So you get the condition, right? You get the foundation, right? We want to look and see what he said about himself in the Bible. Next chapter. In the Bible, the first and second witnesses, yes. She asked, why did Satan tempt Jesus? That was the last thing he had to do to destroy what the second Adam was doing. The second Adam is Jesus. Jesus was destroying his works. So when he tempted Jesus, he wanted to stop Jesus from destroying what? His works, and get Jesus to join his works. You understand? He wanted Jesus to join him. That's why he attacked Jesus. But Jesus said, how did Jesus put it? Get ye hands what? But what did he say? Thou shalt what? And what?
Him only shalt thou serve.
Stress it, man. And what?
Him only shalt thou serve.
Why? That's what the monotheistic crusade was all about. That's why he says, hear, O Israel, you know the first great commandment?
God is one Yahweh.
That's right. The crusade centered around Jesus' life. But let's not go there yet. Let's not rush before. Watch this now, my people. In the Bible, the first and the second witnesses, God the fact that there was only one true God. And that one true God was God alone against the claims of Lucifer. He gave us terms, and the terms came progressively. When you look at the Bible, you will see events happening, and in the events, you will see a term used. And the term always says, God is one. We will look at some of them in the Bible. Now, first of all, words in the Bible, let's look at some of those words. Words in the Bible are there to show us that there is one God, and He is God alone. Words that God is the creator. Let's look at creator. Isaiah 40:28. Isaiah 40:28. By the way, I made sure I did not choose any common scripture, but scriptures pregnant with light, packed with truth and context. So this study is an assemblage of scriptures that are pregnant with light, pregnant with truth, because they have strong implications. Just look at what verse 28 shows, and you get an example. 40:20. Here is God speaking. Notice that? He must tell us that He is God what? Alone. That's His crusade. What is God saying here in this book? Here's what He's saying in Isaiah 58. Hast thou not known? That's us He's addressing, you and I, human beings on the earth. Hast thou not known? Hast thou not heard that the what? Everlasting God. Who? Yahweh. What? The creator of the earth. Fainted not, neither is what? And there is no searching of His word. In other words, you can't have knowledge finding out everything about it. But notice what He's called. He is called the creator of the ends of the earth. In other words, He created what? Everything. But He's also called Yahweh. But shockingly, He's called the everlasting God. Wait a minute. If a God found out He was a God later, is He the everlasting God? If He didn't create, is He God? No. This phrase, therefore, is a phrase that is meant to attack Lucifer's claim in Isaiah here itself that you read of being God with God. And that's what the term creator is. So whenever you hear the word creator, you're supposed to think it is the eternal God that did it. What is His name? Yahweh. That's what you're supposed to think. Did you get that for them? Amen. And that's the reason why the word creator is important. So when God introduced the word creator in the Bible, it was meant to show that He is God what? Alone. Later on He will take creator, everlasting God, and show you it all codified in the Sabbath. So He gives me everything in one day. Do you get that clear? He's going to give you everything in what? One day. And tell you, keep that day. Wonderful, huh? Watch this. Let's look at the next one. Let's look at the name Yahweh. Let's look at the name Yahweh here. Since we read about it earlier, let's look at the name Yahweh. Exodus 3:15. The Lord asks yourself why that is in Exodus. What role Exodus played in God's grand crusade? You didn't hear me? If you only understand, that's why I watch you. You see, I'm trying to present something higher here, but what? If you only look at the Bible, the two witnesses, from a heavenly viewpoint, you will see what role Exodus plays from God's point of view of his crusade.
Amen. Amen.
I have a big question mark over my head. Are you not thinking? You know what role Exodus plays? We'll look at it in a while. Watch this. Watch this. We read now, 3:15. And God said, moreover unto Moses, thus shalt thou say unto the children of Israel, Yahweh, God of your fathers, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob, hath sent me unto you. This is my name, what? Forever. And my memorial unto what?
All generations.
So whenever they hear the word Yahweh, that is his name. That is the name you have to remember him by his name. And his name unto how much? All generations. Which means he's going to use that name in his crusade. Which means he's going to what? Use that name in his crusade. Some people say, well, Jesus is different. Hello? Is the name Yahweh that is being used with Jesus? Because Jesus means Yahweh, Savior. He's just taking his name and children as his Savior on the earth. That's all he's showing. Do you know from that point of view you will actually see how much you must never lessen the deity of Jesus? That's the very God himself. When you look at it from that height, when you look at the two witnesses from a heavenly viewpoint, when you look at those books from how heaven look at them. So when you're looking here, you must understand that God is saying that name is so important, remember him by it. Now match that with Psalms 83:18. Psalms 83:18. Is it found? Did you see that? That men may know that whom? That thou whose name alone is what?
Yahweh.
At what?
Most high over all the earth.
Wait a minute. That phrase is part of God's monotheistic crusade. So when he said Yahweh, you're supposed to think what? The most high what? Over all the earth. Did you just see that? Did you just see what you saw here? When he said Yahweh, God is saying, see this. The most high over all the earth. And that's how you're supposed to know me unto what? All generations. Did you see that? Did you just see that? Yes, my dear.
Why is it Yahweh and I'm saying
Because Jehovah is not the original word. The original word there in Hebrew is this. Watch. That's the original word. And watch me. What you can do? The vowel A and the vowel E is in these same consonants itself. That's the reason why if you only see YH and you look at it further, you'll notice YH has the vowel A with it. And the word WH has the vowel E with it, so it will be Yahweh. Or as we will say it in English, Yahweh. Yeah. You know? Say yeah. So we say hallelujah. Isaiah, Jeremiah, not Jeremiah, Jeho. You get that, right? You don't say hallelujah, Jeho. That's right, okay? Right? But I don't want to go off on this too much. But it's just part of what we're doing, okay? So they get it, right? So that's going to be railroad. Railroad is there already. But they put that in 1611 because that's all they knew. Right? When they put that there, that's all they knew. They didn't know more. Watch me. Watch this, sister. Watch me, watch. Watch. How take it after Christ's birth. Watch. After Christ's birth. Watch. Watch. So the Bible is prophesying in what? Sackcloth and ashes from when? To what? So they wouldn't understand. But after 1790 with the French Revolution, okay? The Bible is exalted to heaven. Okay? That God can be glorified from a heavenly viewpoint. So the name must come back. That's why you know the name now, but they didn't know that. Okay? That's just my name, okay? Right. Yes, brother.
I just want to ask this quickly.
Yes.
You have the word, the letters YHWH. You know that it's tetragrammaton. But is it that the particular corresponding symbols in Greek, did the phonetic sounding of those words add up to Yahweh?
The word Yahweh in Greek, they don't have a word for it.
Okay.
So a Greek saying would say Yahweh. Yeah. Yeah. They'll say yeah.
Or
But the yeah
in Hebrew, right? Not Hebrew.
Well, that's what I'm coming to say. Yeah is just water, the way they will say. Yeah. Yeah. Right? That's why when they say Jesus, they say Yo, Sus. Yo. Right? That's a short of yeah. That's how the Greek will say this way. But if you want to take that Hebrew and translate it into English for us, the best sound we could make of it is yeah. Well, when you open your mouth to say yeah, watch me. You're not saying yeah flat, you're not saying yeah, you're saying yeah. When you say yeah, you say it with a force. And then you say where with a pen and end like where, like that. So Yahweh, that's how you would say it. In English. And that's why this is the best pronunciation we have. Okay? But you put YHWH as the original thing. Okay? Alright, so can we get back to our crusade now? That's right. We're preaching the truth to win people. Right, watch this now. So we saw Yahweh. The introduction of that name would always mean he is the most what? High. Is that understood? Yes. But wait. Let's look at the next important thing. Exodus 20, 8 to 11. Exodus 20, 8 to 11. Let's just look at that. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. 6 days shall thou what? Labor and do what? All thy work. But the 7th day is the Sabbath of whom? Yahweh thy God. Did you see that? So the fact that he is God, the fact that he is Yahweh, is being clearly explained as something associated with the Sabbath. Yes. In it thou shalt not do what? Thou nor thy, nor thy, nor thy, nor thy, nor thy, nor thy. That's it. For in 6 days Yahweh again made. Also then he didn't only take Yahweh, he also take Creator too. The heaven, the earth, the sea, and all that in them is. Amen? And what? Rested there 7th day. So Yahweh himself, by example, rested on that day. So if we part of his crusade, we have to rest on that day. Amen? If you are part of his crusade, you have to rest on the day he rests. Because resting on that day says something. And you are part of that crusade. Remember what the second Adam said, eh? He didn't say, I rest on the day. I am what? Yahweh of that same day. Do you know what it is for him to say that? Later on, John found it out, you know. He said, this is the true God. That's what he said. In the beginning was the Word. And the Word was what? And the Word was what? That's what he found out. But let's just don't go there. Let's look on again. So we see what the Sabbath shows. Remember Exodus 20:20. Verily my Sabbath you shall keep, for it is a sign between me and you, that may know that I am what? Yahweh. So the Sabbath points to Yahweh, so Yahweh of the Sabbath. Okay? Let's go to something else. Do you know what part Genesis played? The book of Genesis in the Crusade. In the great grand crusade. Take a look at Genesis from a heavenly view. Let's look at the next one. We are now going to look at God Almighty. Basically, what God Almighty. Giving you 2 verses in Genesis. Genesis 17:1. Is this one? Genesis 17:1. Let's hear Yahweh's crusade. Let's hear what he says about himself. Read. And when Abram was 90 years and 9 old, Yahweh appeared to Abram and said unto him, I am what? Walk before me and be the what? Oh, so you expected him to be simple. Alright, so notice he says, I am God Almighty. So in his crusade, he appeared to Abram and presented himself as what? That's right. So in Abraham's time, the pagans had gods of fishing, a god of the wind, a god of the sea, god of the vegetable, a god of marriage, a god of love, a god of game. So according to what thing you want, you will go and conjure up that particular god. But he appeared himself to Abraham as God what? Almighty. You get the idea? You see God's crusade at that time? But wait. Don't go too far, we just get the terms. We ain't looking at the book yet. Yes, man. God of vegetables? I wonder who will have that kind of God. He can't even preserve a carrot. Because the carrot will take nothing. What kind of God is that? You understand? It's too bad. That's why in those days when they bring the food for you, and you look at the food, it looks nice. And they say, the God of vegetables give you that. She said she'll kick it on. They say, you kicked God. Then they will say, well, it can't be God if I kicked him. Right. Yes. Yes. While you are asking the question, turn to Genesis 35. Yes, sir.
I've seen instances where persons attempt to use this text. Where persons attempt to use this text to discredit the Bible when it says that God appeared to Abraham. Explain he appeared there.
When God appeared to Abraham, you have to look at the context to know how. Sometimes he appeared to him as a voice. Sometimes he appeared to him in a body form, a theophany you call it. A theophany, a body form. Like a divine angel. Something like that. Okay? So the context will determine when it appeared what it means. When God appeared to Samson's parents, they saw actual form like a body. Right? But we're told that that was God himself. When you look lower down in the scriptures, but it shows about it. Okay. So he appeared in different forms. So sometimes it's a theophany, sometimes it is a voice, or sometimes it's just a vision. The context will be changed. Okay? Now go to Genesis 35:11. Is this one? Have you found it? But wait. Watch me. Abraham, Isaac, and who else? Jacob. The God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, the God of Jacob. Let's just go to the last one, Jacob. Let's read. Verse 11. And God said unto him, I am God Almighty. Be fruitful and multiply. A nation and settlement and a company of nations shall be of thee. And kings shall come out of thy loins. Did you see that? So again, when Jacob will say God Almighty, Jacob himself will be referring to the same God that Abraham referred to. So in God's crusade, he showed Abraham that he was God Almighty. He showed Jacob he was God Almighty in his crusade. So much this was important for Jacob. When Jacob had his two wives walking with him, Rachel had a whole set of idols stuff up with her. And Jacob, knowing that he can't talk to her openly to change her mind, took them and hid them by an oak tree. Many, many years later, the oak grew and covered it over. But he hid it by an oak tree. So that they wouldn't depend upon those teraphim family idols. Small idols that they have in the house. So the point about it is, Jacob had to understand that God Almighty could deal with all the problems each of those idols was to deal with. You could deal with poor woman. This one is for luck. This one is for food. This one is for digestion. This one is for moving. And you walk with all of them. So God appeared and tell him, I am God Almighty. What do you say? Amen. And if he was Almighty, they didn't need different idols. What do you say? Show them how we do. Amen? Amen? Now watch this again. Let's look at this one again. What does the book of Numbers have to do in God's crusade? Watch this. Yes, my dear. What is what? It is where you're preaching out to people. They have a plan, and the plan is you're going and preaching out to people, calling up to see. So what have a plan, and the plan is reaching out to preaching out. He preaching you too. You were part of that crusade. That's why you were here. Amen? Right? Now this is to help you join this crusade properly here. Yes, brother. So why did brother put up that number is 24?
Is there a difference between mighty and almighty? And why presbytery data is make a doctrine out of it?
Let me tell you this nice way, right? Without going into scripture. The same scriptures that call Yahweh Almighty, it is the same scriptures that call Yahweh Mighty. There's no difference between the word Almighty and Mighty. Watch me. Let me show you. The difference is when it comes to God. Okay? Let me show you this. I'll take this off. The same scriptures that says God is Almighty is the same scripture that says God is what? Mighty. So when it comes to God, like how the watchtowers used to say, oh, Jesus is the mighty God, but not the Almighty God. They use the term to mean one of them have more power than the other. Okay? Say that Jesus is only mighty. But they tell you that Jehovah is almighty. That's what they tell you. But how come the same scriptures that call Yahweh almighty call Yahweh mighty? Doesn't mean he has power and he has less power. This makes sense. If he's almighty, he's mighty. It's just two different words they use to show the same thing. So what they do, they try to quantitize the mighty by saying all means every mighty. The mighty means less mighty. But if you're less mighty, you're not mighty. To be mighty, you have to be what? Almighty. So the Bible doesn't make a division. Right, a New Testament. Right. Alright, so they just by the way. Now, as we go on, we could entertain many thoughts. But we're looking at a line, right? So they just by the way, okay? Alright? Give me next time and we will get into the scriptures and deal with it, okay? If I go into the scriptures to show you this right now, I'll be off the top. Alright? I'll be discussing the difference between mighty and almighty. But here is the point now. Numbers 24:16. Remember, I'm telling you here, you're getting premier scriptures here, right? Not just any scripture. Premier scriptures that have a weight of meaning in there, right? Watch this one. You got it? Numbers 24:16. He had said, which heard the words of God and knew the what? Knowledge of what? The Most High, which saw the vision of the what? Almighty falling into a trance, but having his eyes open. Did you see that? So here you have the word, watch me, here you have the word Almighty, but it is also attached to the word Most High. Most High. Who is identified as God? So you have Most High, but you have Almighty also attached to it. So notice again, Numbers seems to tell us something about God in His crusade. But we can't go there yet into the book. But we know one thing for sure. One of the terms used to show that God is God alone is where you call Him what? Most High. Did you see that, my dear brethren? Did you see that? Watch again. Look at Psalm 7:17. I can't get going to all these scriptures. Psalm 7:17. But I'll tell you where it is not simple scriptures that are being quoted here, but scriptures of high essence in the crusade that is taking place. Would you see that beautiful verse? Did you just see that beautiful verse? You know, the Bible says you can love God with all our heart. Mrs. White said you have to have a love of the truth. When you have love of the truth, did you see that beautiful verse? Let's look at that verse. Watch that verse, 7:17. I will praise Yahweh according to what? His righteousness. Wow! Praise Yahweh according to what? His righteousness. And will sing praise to the what? The name of Yahweh what? So you attach the word Yahweh to what? Most High. Did you see that? Those are terms of God's God holiness. Did you see that? And all those had part to play in this crusade on the earth, where He was telling us about Himself, how to look at Himself. Notice this, watch. I am hoping you see what I'm saying, my dear brother. Watch this, watch. Remember, we are looking at the two witnesses from a heavenly view. Okay? If we are looking at the Bible from a heavenly view, we are letting heaven, which is God in heaven, tell us how to look at the Bible. Amen? But if we are letting God tell us how to look at the Bible, God is going to tell us based upon the argument that is going on. We are therefore being told what God thinks about himself. He is the one giving us those words. Do you get that kind of idea, brethren? Notice he takes the word Yahweh and he put it with the word what? So he's telling us we have to look at him, Yahweh, as the what? That's looking at scripture from his point of view. That's looking at Psalms from the point of view of Yahweh. That's right. You see, I'm going to probably put it well, but you just went a little ahead. If your name is Lucifer, you cannot be Most High. Okay? But we will come to that. Yes.
Jeremiah chapter 23 verse 5 and 6, where you are told about the incarnation. This is his name whereby he shall be called Yahweh, our righteousness, which shows that Yahweh is righteousness.
Beautiful.
Which will also therefore show that God is God alone.
Very good. Beautiful. Sometimes when I read a scripture, there are many things I don't comment on, because if I comment on it, I cannot go off on that. But since you asked for it, let's see what the scripture is telling us. Let's read. Remember, the Bible tells us that he's called Yahweh what? Our righteousness. And his name shall be called what?
Yahweh, our righteousness.
What shall we call that?
Yahweh, our
What is name? What shall we call that? His name. We know. I will praise Yahweh according to what? His righteousness. And sing praise to what? To the name what? Yahweh Most High. So his righteousness is who? Yahweh Most High. Okay? I don't want to go into that much. That is by itself. Okay? One more thing again. Just for the sake of some of us here, just to provoke your mind a bit, let's look at Isaiah 9:6. And we are looking at everlasting Father of God. Amen. Now look at it from a heavenly point of view. Are you listening to me? Amen. Watch this shocking thing. Watch what you will see when you look at this in the trend that we have been discussing. According to the trend we have been discussing, look at this scripture that way. Remember what we are told. What is happening here? Yahweh is on a crusade, and what is he saying? Is that he's God what? Hallelujah. Watch this now. When you understand, read the scripture now. Isaiah 9:6. For unto us a child is born. Unto us a son is given, and the government shall be upon his shoulders. And his name shall be called what? Wonderful. What else? Counselor. What else? The mighty God. What else? Wait a minute. His name shall be called what? What is that saying about him? That this is the true God. You see, so the term eternal or everlasting Father is a term used to show God is God what? Alone. So then how could you call that to Jesus? Because he's the mighty one, God. You see, if he was, if the mighty God was a lesser God, why are you calling him the everlasting Father? So he's mighty and almighty? And lesser and higher? The fact that he's called the mighty God, and the fact that he's called the everlasting Father, it is showing the divine nature, amen? Amen. That is God. The name. Okay? So everlasting Father is a term used to show that God is God alone. Amen? Amen. Isaiah 41:4.
Yes. Yeah, but basically witnesses, right? But Yahweh is the first witness, man the second witness. There's no counting in one time period, right? But you can't have four witnesses. You can't have Yahweh as Revelator, the Creator, or the Alpha and Omega. And you can't have Lucifer, Apostolo, Revelator, or Alpha and Omega. You can't have Lucifer as a second witness in there, or the second witness is Yahweh, who is the Alpha and Omega. That's not making logical sense. So, four people start to embarrass themselves and die, those all have to break up the Bible.
Let me put it in the right way here now. Lucifer was only an explanation of an explanation. Like all of us.
Amen.
So an explanation of an explanation is not here.
Amen.
The real divine explanation is mediator Jesus Christ.
Amen.
He was just an explanation of an explanation.
Amen.
That's an example.
Amen. Amen. Now watch this scripture. Isaiah. Remember I tell you before, you see I keep repeating it. I'm not giving you no common scripture. I'm giving you scriptures that have high theological content. High content. No, because you have to think in Yahweh himself talking here. Alright? Now watch this one. 41:4. Read it. Who has wrought and done it? Calling the generations from the beginning. What? Calling generations from the beginning. You not see somebody that was there a long time? The answer. So God is putting this in people's mind. Look. Somebody had called. That is in his crusade. Generations from where? The beginning. So Yahweh in his crusade he's calling. But he's calling generations from the where? Beginning from the other side. And like, who you think did it? Like I'm speaking common today. Like what he said. Who you think did all that calling? Here's the answer. Watch this. I, Yahweh, what? The first and the last. I am he. So who did it? I, Yahweh. The what? The first and the last. Did you see here? Nobody can therefore call themselves what? The first and the last without being Yahweh. You didn't think? Dude, must I break everything? Jesus called himself the what? He couldn't say it except he was who? So why do you think he said it? You see, he himself, in the book of Revelation, is introducing you and I to the final conflict, his final crusade. And imagine he comes and introduces himself in his final crusade as the what? First and the last. He is saying, listen, Revelation closing up. Who you think was calling people from the very beginning, even after Revelation? The first and the which will be who? So the term first and the last is used to mean a term that is God alone. Amen, brethren? Watch this again. I have different scriptures, but let me give you one. Isaiah 10:20. Remember I told you, not getting common scripture here. You're getting scriptures packed with truth. That's what you're getting. You're getting scriptures packed with what? Truth. Okay? You ready for this? Let's go. 10:20. Watch it. Read. And it shall come to pass in that day that the remnant of Israel, that's the remnant church. That's the remnant church. The remnant of Israel. And such as are escaped of the house of Jacob, still the same remnant church, shall no more again stay upon him that smote them. That is the papacy. but shall stay upon whom?
Yahweh.
Upon whom?
Yahweh.
The what?
Holy One of Israel.
In truth. So notice the term Holy One. But Yahweh put it in. So we are told Yahweh is the Holy One of Israel. But notice the remnant church has a psyche, guess what? Not just depending on God. Don't say it flippantly so. The remnant church has a psyche of depending upon Yahweh, the Holy One. So the remnant church will know about who? Yahweh, they'll know about who? The Holy One. Because they're depending on Him. And that is why all these terms are given for the last days for you. Somebody asks you who you serve and hear you. The Holy One. What you say? Holy One. That's what you tell them. So, who is the Holy One? Yahweh. You get that? That's what you're telling people. Right? Now watch this again. This is shocking. Go back to Exodus 3. Exodus 3. And 14. Watch this. Remember, these are terms to show God is God what? Alone. And you're looking at the two witnesses elevated from heaven. Okay? So it comes like having heaven's view of the books in the Bible. Let's look again. Exodus. We read. Exodus chapter 3, 13 and 14. And Moses said unto God. So notice again, Yahweh is the one going to answer back. Yahweh is the one campaigning. Right? Yahweh is the one campaigning. Yahweh is the one saying His truth about Him. He is giving us the view we are to hold. Yahweh is the one doing it. And in his campaign of monotheism against Lucifer, look at what happens here. Now if you know, Egypt had 365 gods and goddesses. Egypt had that. So here is the children of Israel in Egypt for years. And Moses no decline it. So Moses now approaches God and talks to God. Watch this. And Moses said unto God, Behold, when I come unto the children of Israel, and shall say unto them, the God of your fathers, like Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, had sent me unto you, and they shall say unto me, what is his name? What shall I say unto them? Stop here. You see, the ancient Egyptians believed that the names of the gods were secret. And if you find out the secret name, they get power. They viewed gods as power. So if you find out the name of the god, they get power. So you just quote the name of the god and they get power. So you might hear them say, Ra, or Star, you know, these other names. You'll hear them saying that. So Moses now, knowing the trend of teaching that was there, he said, when they ask for your name, what shall I tell them? Watch the answer. Now terms to show God is God alone. Read it on now. And God said unto Moses, I am that I am. Now you don't say to the Lord, I am that I am. That is an evangelical talking. You have to emphasize the word that. You have to put a particular I am. Okay? Because the word amen among the Egyptians had almost the same meaning as I am. But I am in the Bible had a bigger meaning. So here goes. I am what? That I am. You need a particular I am. Watch me. I am that I am. And And he said, thou shalt say unto the children of Israel, I am, hath sent me unto you. And then later on, he explained, I am to be Yahweh. Because remember, it is the God of your fathers. What is his name? Call him I am. And then later on he says, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, the God of Jacob, and he called him Yahweh. That's why Yahweh will mean I am. So later on, if Jesus only dare say, before Abraham was what? I am. What is he saying? Remember, let me tell you something here. Watch me, let me tell you something here. It's a crusade that you are in. And in that crusade is a divine crusade. Every one of you that joined the faith is not because somebody had a crusade. We may have been an agent used by God, but God is the one who has the crusade. And the crusade is to deal with what Lucifer said about him. And in telling us to deal with what Lucifer said about him, he tells us he is the I am. So I am became, that I am became a term to show that God is God one. That's right. I am. That's right. Yes. Right? Okay? Let me give you two more. Let me give you 3 more scriptures here. Watch me. In the history of God's campaign, a phrase is used, Lord of Lords and King of Kings. Or King of Kings and what? Lord of Lords. Did you hear that? That phrase, Lord of Lords, really meant God of Gods. That's what it meant. Yes. Turn to Deuteronomy chapter 10. Yes, brother.
As they spoke there, I am reminded of Exodus chapter 20, verse 2, where it says, I am the Lord, thy God. So it ties in the same way.
That's right. Amen. Amen. Beautiful, brother. Beautiful. Right, please.
Yes, Pleasant Sabbath, everyone.
Yes.
President Brother Medina.
Yes.
We had a little meeting this morning with a bunch of coal Laodiceans.
Yes.
Coal Laodiceans. I was invited by one of the members. There's a whole group of Seventh-day Adventists, nominal Seventh-day Adventists, who stopped going to the church, but they congregated together by themselves in a certain house. So I met one of the members earlier this week, and he invited me to come to their meeting. So that's why we now came in here. So we went this morning there, you know. So incidentally, one of the points that we had to make clear was just what Brother Medina showing here. One of the leading figures in the group here, he acknowledging that Jesus is God, he is divine, but he was created some way in the eternal past. So I go to this very same one. Before Abraham was, I am. Showing that this is the same person speaking here in Exodus 3. So I just quote that to show how these things is being taught to us here, and I am not sure how all of us is embracing it. But it's when you reach on the battlefield where it is being challenged, you will pray to God that they have got it clear and accurate. And you know, as I said, a cold bunch of Adventists is that when we reached there, one of them, when we prayed, and so we had a song service, they prayed, and then one of them stood up and said, as a matter of courtesy, since Brother Ray visit us here this morning, I would suggest that we give him the opportunity to present. But long before he did, I suggest that I learn our culture here, so always walk ready. Amen. So last night I made out a study concerning what constitutes the true gospel. I walked in that and I had it from my Bible. I didn't ask them to present anything. I went at their invitation, and when I read, this guy stood up and he said, well, since he come, let us give him the way to present. Right? And you know, there was cold. That itself shows the coldness. If they were lukewarm, then allowing me to go and present nothing. And when the study was being presented, They start to get hot. They start to get hot until I tell them, I say, well, listen, this is not a one-side thing. I come by you, so therefore you have to show you courtesy now to come by me. You know? So one guy asked me, he said, Brother Ray, what time will this finish? I said, well, we just keep the whole Sabbath. So all 6 after 6, he said, I have a problem to drive in the night. I said, well, you could leave at 3 o'clock. So they promised that they would come. They promised that. But you know, take me to see how he now come. And this is the point the brother is showing here. And that is what was needed. That is one of the points that was needed here to clarify that heresy that is going on today.
I would say one thing further. As Brother Ray had presented there in that opportunity he had, tying into what I had said before, the first principle, the first commandment, God is God alone, which is what God showed to Moses when he first had to ask him on his promise.
Amen. Okay, brother. Let me just quickly go through a few points here. And look, as you see, I'm only on page 4. I haven't even finished page 4 yet. But let me just show you one more thing here. Watch this. See all these words here?
Amen.
In the whole Bible, all these words will play a part in God practicing his crusade on the earth. His monotheistic crusade. All these words. So that is why any book in the Bible you take, you need to look at the circumstance and you need to look at what God said. Amen. Are you getting a key now? Yeah. Look at that event that happened and look at what God said. I'm going to give you a couple for you to do for yourself, to judge for yourself. You have to look at what is said about God based upon what happened. Because God given his crusade, his monotheistic crusade, which will end in the book of Revelation, when finally somebody will be exalted as God with God. And in the book of Revelation, God has to use a term or terms to deal with that other, whatever it is claiming to be God with God. But God must show that he's God what? Alone. As his crusade ends. But it will end with you and I. Watch this again. Quickly. Deuteronomy. Chapter 10 and verse 17. Now, I'm just referring to this here quickly, but as I said before, every scripture you get here has strong theological meaning behind it. Watch this. And Yahweh your God is what? Come on, wake up. And Yahweh your God is what? God of gods. Wait a minute. So all those false gods, the real God above them is who? Did you see that? This phrase, therefore, is a phrase that attacks every single God. But you must remember, in ancient times, kings were gods also. Remember that, right? A king was a god also in ancient times. So let's look at it now. For Yahweh your God is what? God of gods. And what? Lord of lords. That word Lord should be Yahweh of Yahwehs. It's just a phrase meaning Yahweh alone. A what? Great God and a what? And what else? And what else? He regarded not persons, nor taking what? Right. So in other words, we are being told Yahweh is the greatest because he's a God of all gods. He's really one Yahweh. That's what we are being told. Now why are we being told this? Because that phrase was God of gods, with the phrase King of kings, is going to be used later. It's going to be used later to deal with all the gods on the earth. And all the kings that claim to be God. But what will it be saying? That Yahweh is what? God alone. Watch this one more thing. I'm just giving you one scripture here, but this one scripture here refers to two parts. Watch. This is God of the whole earth. And this is God in heaven and God on earth. Right? Let me give you God in heaven and God on earth. Deuteronomy 4:39. Watch the phrase. Know therefore this day, and do what?
Consider in thine hand.
And do what?
Consider in thine hand.
That what?
Yahweh is Lord in heaven above, and upon earth beneath. There is none else.
These are pregnant scriptures. He is God in heaven above and God on earth beneath. So if the God of the whole earth he shall be called. It's still the same thing that we're seeing here. Now all this now, let's just stop here now. What do all these terms show us? All these terms are used all over the Bible to show that God is God alone. Anywhere in the Bible, whether it is in Titus, Habakkuk, Joshua, Judges, Ezra, look for one of these terms. And all these terms used in it is a crusade from Yahweh. What is he saying about himself?
He's God alone.
Is that understood, my dear brethren? So in a crusade, he will say that. Now when they start from Genesis and they're going down, you will find the main start and you'll find new ones keep coming up. New ones. But all showing one thing. He's what? God alone. Is that understood, my dear brethren? See the word Holy One, right? Holy One. Just to let us know what the word holy means. You don't have to say Holy One. You could just simply say holy. Let me just give you a brief account of what the word holy means. Turn to 1 Samuel 2:2 quickly. 1 Samuel 2:2 quickly. And watch this. Read the scripture properly here. You read what I just telling here? Did you see what I just telling here? This is saying there are no gods with God in it. 1 Samuel 2:2. This is telling there are no gods with God in it. But it is also interpreting the meaning of the word holy for you. So watch this. Let's read what this tells us. Quickly. There is none holy as Yahweh. Did you see that? Why would he say there is none holy as Yahweh? Because there are only one. That's right. Read what it says. Again. There is none holy as Yahweh. Why? For there is what? None. What? Neither is there anyone. Rock like our God. In those days, people used to say rocks were God. So God is saying there's no rock like our God. So you see, notice that the word holiness there means God what? Holiness. Or God what? Aloneness. You got that clear, right? You got that clear? Now, person will say, well, I thought holy means you're a morally upright person. What is a morally upright person? If you have God's with God. So to be morally upright, it means you have no sin, no wrong. To him, God is God alone. And that's what holiness means. God holiness. Okay, you get that clear, right? Now, this is the key to unlocking all the scriptures from a heavenly viewpoint. Because all those terms were given to you, not by a prophet of the age. David, Samuel, Moses, Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, none of them gave you those terms. Those terms came to all of them from God himself. God by his Spirit revealed all of those. So those didn't come to man as man's expression of God. Those came to man as God's expression of itself. Are you listening? So God is informing you even think about him.
Yes.
Why? To destroy the works of the devil, which claims that he's God with God. God is telling you, think this way about me. So in God's global crusade, it is a monotheistic crusade. So wherever you go in the Bible and you see events, God is saying something about himself. Let me give you one of the first. No, not one of the first. So holy is the same as Holy One, and it means what? God holiness. Okay? You got that clear, right? That's what we were just talking about. God. Watch this. So what are you seeing here? What are you seeing here? What are you seeing here? That's right. So in the book of Samuel, the ark of God represents God himself. Okay? Let's turn to 1 Samuel. Chapter 5. So we're looking at a series of events. Ready for this? Let's look at this event here. 1 to 3. And the Philistines took the ark of God and brought it from Ebenezer unto Ashdod. When the Philistines took the ark of God, they brought it into the house of Dagon and set it by Dagon. And when they of Ashdod arose early on the morrow, behold, Dagon was fallen upon his face to the before the ark of, and they took Dagon and set him in his place again. Stop right here. A little background. Something bad had happened to Israel. They had taken Canaanite sex worship. And the sad thing about it, Eli's sons were the leaders in it. They were having worship in Yahweh's temple with sexual immorality as a religious rite. And there was a lot of teasing and all kind of pedophile thing going on. So they were now being attacked by the Philistines. So they figured they could take, if they take the ark, not being righteous, and go out with the ark, then they could fight the enemy and be victorious. Now we know what the ark was. The ark, you had an angel carved out on one side, an angel carved out on the other side, and in the middle is where God's glory is seen his kiver. And this ark had the 10 commandments in it. Aaron's rod that body, and a pot of manna that survived even that time. And they had the ark. And as they went out fighting the Philistines beat them. And start to cut them down, they rest on the ark. And they get killed and who flee and so on. And the ark that was taken from the sanctuary was left on the battlefield by itself. So the Philistines, now let me tell you who the Philistines were. There's an island called Crete in the Aegean Sea. Island of Crete. It looks something like that. Like if you see a tear in the island there. Crete had a race of people, descendants of Ham living there, and they had a super civilization. They are the ones where bullfighting comes from. And the Minotaur. A huge earthquake and volcano exploded there, tearing down the island. As the place was shaking, people fled from Crete. Some went to North Africa by Egypt. They today, their descendants, it is called the Tuareg people. So when you see some people who believe in African philosophy and say, well, Africa have all colors, they are talking about the Tuareg people that left Crete and went to Africa, they are fair skinned. Alright, so they have been there for years, the Tuareg people. Some of them went to Canaan as they flee before this major explosion took place. Some of them went to Canaan, and the place where they settled was called Philistine. So the Philistines are remnants of the people from Crete. That's where they are. They used to worship Poseidon, a fish god. They call him Dagon. So they had, the Greeks call him Poseidon, they call him Dagon. So they had the temple and this big god with a man body and a fish head. Later on the Pope will have a mitre like looking like a fish mouth.
Yes.
Right? Yes. A term come to my mind, but I wouldn't say it. But anyhow, this god, this fish god, Dagon, who had his 2 hands so, like how the Pope has his hands, and the fish head, and he's standing up so like a conqueror. They take the Ark of Yahweh and put it in front of this thing. They are saying that Dagon is God above Yahweh. So when they come in the morning, what happened to them? They meet Dagon there, bowing right flat before the ark. That event is saying that God is God. You see the event God had to use to do it? But the people, the Philistines or people that used to harm their heart a lot. If you meet somebody when you talk to them, and as they see and say the truth, they quickly start to use it to have that, you can say, you're a Philistinian in your behavior. You harm in your heart a lot. That's how they would. They see the thing on the ground. When they come, they were shocked. We beat the Israelites, and therefore defeat their God, but our God bowed to their God. No way, so they put it back up again. Let's read it. Verse 4 and verse 5. And when they arose early on the morrow morning, Dagon was fallen upon his face to the ground before the ark of Yahweh, and the head of Dagon and both the palms of his hands were cut off upon the threshold. Only the stump of Dagon was left to him. Did you see that? Therefore, neither the priest of Dagon nor any that come into the Dagon's house tread on the threshold of Dagon in Ashdod unto this day. So when they come now, a little stump of Dagon on the ground, the fish head one side, the 2 hands break out one side. And Yahweh is there with it up. So that Yahweh destroy the false god. What is he saying? That's what he's saying in that event. Did you get that, my dear brethren? You see, that is an event that took place in Yahweh's crusade. In his crusade, they challenge him. And when they challenge Yahweh, Yahweh has to defend his name. So as he has to defend his name, when they come, they meet their fish god Dagon on the ground. Hands break off, head cut off. Face down. Would you imagine that? You see, all that is in it, but wait. You know the people had in their heart. Some earthquake must be thrown on. After all, earthquake is like some. So some earthquake must be thrown on. You know what? Yeah. Yeah, I'm talking about, yes, we know angels push it up. They are not saying angels push it up. They are not reasoning. Some earthquake must be thrown on. So you know what? We keep in the ark as a trophy. We capture the Israelite God. So you keep in Yahweh as a trophy. You capture Yahweh. So now Yahweh is subject to you. Watch this now. You ready for this? Go to chapter 6. From verse 1. I'm reading, follow in your Bible. Watch this. And the ark of Yahweh was in the country of the Philistines. How much months? 7 months. Who boy? 7 months without the ark of Yahweh among Israel. 7 months. And the Philistines called for the priests and the diviners, saying, what shall we do to the ark of Yahweh? Tell us. Wherewith shall we send it? Wherewith shall we send it to his place? And listen, if we send it away, the ark of God to Israel, send it not empty. But in any wise return him a trespass offering, then he shall be healed, and it shall be known to you why his hand is not removed from you. Now stop right here. Let me just explain. So they had the ark here, big boils start to break off in this city. When they start to break off in this one city, they call the lords of the Philistines, and they discuss it and they say, well, it's probably a disease only in that city. You know where they carry to Gath. Gath was a city where it had a lot of soldiers. Strong, healthy, big bodies, muscular men. So probably those people in that city were weak and they catch a disease. Carry it to Gath. It can't happen in Gath. So they take the ark and they carry it in Gath. The same sickness break out in Gath. When they break out in Gath, they start to boil because not only that, all kind of disease apart from boils start to come. All kind of disease apart from boils start to come in Gath. And in Gath, people won't start to fight each other. I get the word distemper. People sick and fighting each other. So those big muscular men suddenly turn on each other and start to fight each other. So they say, you know what? Let's take the ark this time to Ashdod. Ashdod was their holy city. Their Vatican. So they can't do nothing to our holy city. Because the essence of our gods are there. So moving from God to the Caribbean. So they carry the ark to Ashdod. And as they land in Ashdod, it's so many that they get worse. So they quickly call a meeting. What do we do to the ark? We have to send it back. And they call one of their diviners, and the diviners say, you're sending back this ark. You have to send it back. That's what chapter 6 is telling you. And if you send it back with an offering. An offering for forgiveness. You see how the boils over the skin? Take gold and make 7 of those boils. And put it to send. And apart from that, put other gold here to send. And send it back to the ark. And he told them, if when they send it, if you're doing it, don't do like the Egyptians. Let's see the warning that the prophet tells you not to do like the Egyptians. Go to verse 6. Verse 6. So the person who is giving them the warning, the laws of the Philistines, here's what he's telling them. Wherefore then do you harden your hearts as the Egyptians and Pharaoh hardened their hearts when he had wrought wonderfully among them? They did not let the people go, and they departed. In other words, the person was reminding them what happened in Egypt. Look how Yahweh destroyed the Egyptians. They were hardening their heart, and they still had to let Israel go. And Israel still departed. So he's telling the Philistines, don't harden your heart. Send the ark back, send gold. And ask for forgiveness. Ask Yahweh for forgiveness. That's what he's telling them. So eventually, it so happened that it reached a point where he says, how do you know all these things didn't happen by chance, but it happened from God? Put the ark on a cow, some cows on a cart, and if the cars carry it a certain way going to Israel, you will know it was God that did that. But put your gold here and ask for your forgiveness. So they put the gold, they put it on the car, and they send it. Look at verse 20. And when the men of Bet-Shemesh, hold on here, Bet-Shemesh, Bet is house, Shemesh is his son God. So here is a whole city called House of the Sun God. So these men, they were watching to see where the ark go from Philistine. And they see it go up the right way. And it went the right way, so they knew it was God. Let's read. And the men of Bet-Shemesh said, who is able to stand before
this holy Yahweh God?
Come on, man. Stand before what? This holy Yahweh God. Why would he say holy Yahweh God? Pagans say that. They got it right. This God only Yahweh God. So they learned the lesson from the whole thing. Watch. The ark of God, well, they got on his face on the ground. The ark of God again, they got destroyed on the ground. On the ground. The ark of God again, the Philistines what? Pray. And from all those three lessons, what did they learn? God is holy. Which is what? God only. Did you see that? This is what I'm trying to show you. You have a crusade going on. And the crusade that is going on, Yahweh is doing his thing to teach that he is God or you remember the crusade that took place in the 10 tribes of Israel after they were worshiping Baal? What did happen? Fire came down from God and consumed his sacrifice. And what did they say? Yahweh, he is God. What did they say? Yahweh, he is God. Okay, you remember that, right? Yes. Okay, so that should help you understand that there's a global crusade going on. And in this crusade, Yahweh is saying he is God alone. The question is, where has the crusade reached now? If you beg my indulgence, I can give you one more example. Yes. Is that okay with you? Yes. Let's skip the first king. Israel believing what is in the book of Isaiah would determine where they would go in history. Reject Christ or accept Christ. That's why in Isaiah, it are prophecies of them accepting Christ and prophecies of them rejecting Christ. Either way, how they treat what was in the book of Isaiah, it will determine where you will go. That's why we always say the book of Isaiah is a door, a hinge book. Left or right. But we want to take one event, only one, out of the whole book to show you when God will answer your prayers. To show you when God will answer your prayers. God will answer your prayers under certain circumstances. The Bible show you it. It must fit into God's grand crusade. Don't want to pray for God to do something for you that is outside of His crusade. He won't help you. You know what it will be like? It will be like the Adventist organization put up a tent and have a crusade. And they have ushers leading the people to their seat. And you as an usher praying and say, Lord, help me to sleep an hour. Up to an hour before the crusade, to get up and run their fast. God is not going to do that. God is going to make you get up in time. What do you say? Is that understood? So your prayer has to be in harmony with the crusade. Watch what happened here as we look at Isaiah. Okay. Isaiah 37. In fact, Isaiah 36. (12 to 21). Is it found? So the Assyrians had amassed more than 250,000 army men. Now you know how an Assyrian was. Big-bodied, muscular, and they're the race of people, perhaps the only race of people who have eyebrows joined to each other. Sometimes you may see some races of people where the two eyebrows join together and they kind of cross like that. That's how the Assyrians look. That was their racial features. Their eyebrows joined together and they look fierce like that. Powerful. So Sennacherib, the king, so I want me to give him control. See the eyebrow? Yes. Something like that. Okay? That's how the eyebrow work. Okay? Joined together. So they were kind of vicious looking people. More than 250,000 gathered and attacked Judah. Swallow up, watch me, swallow up city after city and finally reach before Jerusalem. So the king sent a man who was a Jew who had left Judah, was living in Assyria, was part of the Assyrian army to attack the very same Jews. So the king sent that Jew and tell them, go and tell them, don't trust in you, don't trust in you. He won't save you. He can't save you from me, the king. That is the proud arrogance of those people. Let's read it. Watch something. We read 12 to 21. I'm reading. But Rabshakeh, that is the Jewish guy. But Rabshakeh said, had my master sent me to thy master and to thee to speak these words? Hath he not sent me to the men that sit upon the wall, that they may eat their own dung and drink their own urination with you? In other words, he's rebuking the envoy from Judah. He says, my master, the king of Assyria, didn't send me to speak to you. He sent me to speak out to the men on the wall who defended the city. You who are to eat your own dung and drink your own urination out there to fight for Judah. You who have to fight for Judah. He said, let us speak to you all on the wall. So immediately, the envoy couldn't say anything. So the Jewish guy on the side of the Assyrians addressed the men on the wall, knowing they are the ones keeping them from coming in. Good. Let's move on. And Rabshakeh stood and cried with a loud voice in the Jews' language and said, hear ye the words of the great king, the king of Assyria. Thus said the king, let not Hezekiah, which is the king of Judah, deceive you, for he shall not be able to deliver you. Neither let Hezekiah make you trust in Yahweh, saying, Yahweh will surely deliver us. The city shall not be delivered into the hands of the king of Assyria. Don't trust those words. Hearken not to Hezekiah, for thus said the king of Assyria, make an agreement with me by a present, and come out to me, and eat ye every man, every one of his vine, and every one of his fig tree, and drink ye every one the waters of his own well. In other words, make an agreement, take plenty gold, bring it for me, make an agreement, you can come and eat from your own fig trees in your house. All of you all leave your cities and run up in Jerusalem, I did not just say already defending war. He said, I could let you all go and drink all your own food and drink your own water from the wells and eat your own food. Make an agreement with the king of Assyria. Don't listen to Hezekiah, God will, Yahweh will deliver you from us. That's what he's saying there. When a person say that to you, watch me, it's supposed to fill your mind with holy indignation. Yes. Because they are going against Yahweh's crusade that you're supposed to be a part of. You should be angry and you should say, Yahweh, if I am going to die, let me die, but let not that happen. If I alone have to die to save your cause, Yahweh, let it happen. That's how you should think.
Amen.
No, don't take no boasting like that, and don't be afraid of death. Because there's always a time when you have to face death in the face and be willing to do it for Yahweh's sake. You're part of his crusade. Right? Okay? Now watch this. Verse 17. Until I come and take you away to a land like your own land, a land of corn and wine, a land of bread and vineyard. He was referring to the 10 tribes. Because look at what happened to the 10 tribes. We take them away to another land, but that land has plenty to eat. That land is Afghanistan. Afghanistan has plenty to eat. There's hill and stuff. Snow and water hardly comes. Because it's so rocky, the water goes down fast. Afghanistan. That's what they said the 10 tribes. So those Afghan people are descendants of the 10 tribes, many of them, mixed with other races. And you know the shocking thing? They were sent there and later end up worshiping Buddha. Afghanistan used to worship Buddha before the Muslims come and convert them to Islam. So you see what happened to the 10 tribes? But they didn't know this was going to happen. But they said, we send them to a place where have plenty food. So you know, let us come. No, come from behind the wall. Don't bite. Don't bite. It goes on. Then he goes on. Beware lest Hezekiah persuade you, saying Yahweh will deliver us. And any of the gods of the nations delivered his land out of the hand of the king of Assyria. Where are the gods of Hamas? Hamas was in northern Syria. And Afad was in northeast Syria. Where are the gods of the Seraphim? Syria again. And have they delivered Samaria? That is the 10 tribes. They were worshiping Yahweh as a calf. As a big calf. Centered in Dan in the north and centered in Bethel in the south. So they asked them, where is Samaria their God? They used to call that God Yahweh. But it was a calf. He says here, have they delivered Samaria out of my hand? Verse 20. Who are they among all the gods of these lands that have delivered their land out of my hand? Right? That Yahweh should deliver Jerusalem out of my hand. But they held their peace and answered him not a word for the king's commandment was, saying, answer him not. Now all well and good. Nice command. But I don't think I could sit on that post here and say nothing and don't answer. The king is saying answer not because the king was scared until he went and prayed. But what did he pray? In this big crusade, he had to say the right things. That is the center of Yahweh's crusade. Because that is what was being challenged. You see, Yahweh's crusade was being challenged. And he had to pray the right thing to deal with that challenge to Yahweh's crusade. But I don't think I could have said on that wall and answer. I might have said, you blasphemous, uncircumcised, turncoat Jew. After Yahweh made you exist as a race, that's how you treat him. The Assyrians wasn't there when Egypt was overthrown. The Assyrians didn't give thunderous commandments from heaven. And there's no Sabbath that shows the Assyrians are God or Sennacherib. You know, some kind of thing, you know, something from the Bible said. You know? But no, what happened here? They said nothing. Because the king told them they said nothing. Now watch it. So, here is the point. 2037. Watch this now. So word came to Hezekiah. Look what Rabshakeh said. He didn't want to speak to your envoy. And the Assyrians have a big army of mean men waiting at the walls of Judah. And King Hezekiah, all those other cities of Judah, they sweep them already. And King Hezekiah, Jerusalem seems to be the last one standing. So Hezekiah got troubled. And he began to think and think and think. And he said, you know what? I will go and pray to Yahweh and ask Yahweh to help me deal with those Assyrians. Because I don't even have as much people in Jerusalem as that 250 plus thousand outside. I don't even have that amount. And we here are the defenders. The Assyrians have their home way back in the river, and they're on our soil, and the war is taking place on our soil, and our food is going, our water is going. So we can't find them. So I'll pray to Yahweh. So Hezekiah decided to pray. Now I want to point the most potent part of his prayer. And remember, you are not getting any truffle or trifle scripture here. We are giving you prime scripture. You're dealing with the heart of his prayer. Let's see the heart of his prayer. Prime scripture. We read from 16 to 22. You ready for this prayer? Let's look at 15. And Hezekiah prayed unto Yahweh, saying, what? O Yahweh of hosts, what? God of Israel, that what? Dwellest between the cherubim. What did he say? Thou art God. What else? Even thou alone. Did you see that? So he takes two things. You are between the cherubim. You are God alone. Did you see that? Did you see that? He goes on. Even thou alone, of all the kingdoms of the earth, thou hast made heaven and earth. So he said you are the creator. Amen? Let's read on again. Incline thine ear, O Yahweh, and hear. Open thine eyes, O Yahweh, and see. And hear all the words of Sennacherib, which had sent to reproach who? The living God. So the rest were dead idols. Wait till this one. Of a truth, Yahweh, the kings of Assyria have laid waste all the nations and their countries, and have cast their gods into the fire. For there were no gods, but the works of men's hands. What else? Therefore they have what? They destroyed it. So did you see what he said? He said the others were not God, so you and God are? No. You are God are? No. That's what he said. He said that's why they were able to destroy the other gods. There were no gods. They were just wood and stone. So you are God alone. Let's read on. Now therefore, O Yahweh our God, save us from his hand of all the kingdoms of the that all the kingdoms of the earth may know that what? Thou art Yahweh. What else? Even thou only. Thou art what? Yahweh. Even what? Thou only. Why say Yahweh is the only Yahweh? Because the other one in Samaria was not the real Yahweh. Did you see that? Listen to me. Literally, the man's prayers are preaching in God's crusade. In God's monotheistic crusade, his prayers are preaching in that crusade. You come like the preacher and you say, excuse me brother, and you say something like a preacher did. His prayer was like preaching with God. What God was saying about himself. Let's read on. Then Isaiah the son of Amos sent unto Hezekiah, saying, thus said Yahweh, God of Israel, where thou hast prayed to me against Sennacherib, king of Assyria. This is the word which Yahweh had spoken concerning him. The virgin daughter of Zion hath despised thee, and laughed thee to scorn. The daughter of Judah hath shaken her head at thee. Whom hast thou reproached and blasphemed? And against whom hast thou exalted thy words and lifted up thine eyes? Even against what? The Holy One of Israel. Come on, don't be so dead. The what? The Holy One of Israel. This is the phrase, the what? Holy One. And then he tell him, God is going to deal with Assyria. And do you know what happened? The next day, the next night, in the night the Assyrians in their tent, the angel of the Lord passed and slay all of them. In the morning, Hezekiah and them wake up from the bed and go. They're not seeing any of these faces facing them traveling now. So he sent some men into the camp. And when they went, they found dead bodies by hundreds of thousands all over the camp. I mean, they had to bury a lot, But it's good to do all that work burying bodies, then they have your bodies buried. What do you say? That's what happened. They were defeated. Why were they defeated? The event showed that Yahweh is, look at it here. In the book of Isaiah, then Yahweh is saying that he is the what? He is what? He is what? He is what? That's what he said. And that's what that part of the crusade here showed. Are you getting me clear? That part of the crusade, that's what it showed. So you must remember in closing, we talk about the Gospel of John. The book of Revelation. Do you know what God said about himself in the Gospel of John? Do you know what God said about himself? Watch me. If God really was in a temple of flesh, if Jesus was really God in a temple of flesh, in John, then Jesus would have to speak like God. He could say, I am the way, the truth, and the life. He could say, before Abraham was, what? He could say, if you do not believe that what? You shall die in your sins. Why? Because God, instead of having a crusade in heaven, came down to the earth and had a crusade where? On the earth itself. That is proof that Jesus is God. That's right. He was just a prophet. Because instead of God having a crusade from heaven, he now comes to the earth in a body and he has a crusade on the earth itself. And guess what? Who he meets first? Who he meets first in the crusade on the earth? Lucifer himself. And in that controversy, Lucifer tried 3 ways attacking the rights of man to get Jesus to say, yes, you're God with God. The one God in the temple of flesh to say that you are God with God. And after he gets, so the war in heaven took place on earth then. Yes. Already took place before. But we faced God on earth now. So his crusade started on earth when Christ came. With God himself. But watch this, watch this. When the devil gets desperate so, and he recognizes he's going to slip out of my hands, because the 2 deceptions didn't work, he come and open me. See the kingdom of the world, they belong to me. All I'm begging you to do, I'm going to give you all those kingdoms as far as I can see. Just do one symbolic act. He didn't tell him to do it forever. Just do one symbolic act. Just fall down and worship me. And I'll give you everything I've got. You imagine you're telling God in a temple of flesh to say you are God with God. And Christ made a statement treating him like a gnat. You know he's a gnat? A horsefly. When a horsefly comes to, what do? Get the heads. That's what they say, get the heads. They drive the horsefly away. And Christ says, get the heads. It is also written, thou shalt what? Worship Yahweh and what? Him only shall thou serve. And that was the basic crux of Christ's crusade on earth. Yahweh's crusade on earth. But we can't go again. It will take too long. Because then Christ said, I am your example. He telling us, you follow me. I am your second father, the new Adam. Do like I do. Fight against Lucifer. Say that God is what? God alone. And John believed it. That's why John made his statement. The Son of God is came and gave us what? An understanding that we may know him that is true. And we are in him that is true. Even in his Son. And then what did he say? This is the true God and what? All you will say? Did you see that? So they get that clear. Now in closing, unfortunately I wasn't able to go through all this stuff. Sometimes when I write these things, I say, why do you write so long? You want to say all, and you'll have to stop. But let me tell you this. Let me tell you this. Right now, you are in a crusade on earth. Right now, you are in a crusade on earth. And in that crusade, there are certain things you have to show. By the time this crusade is finished, you must show something. Come to the book of Revelation. By the time you come to the book of Revelation, this is what you must say. Did you see it? The what? Alpha and Omega is the same as the what? Beginning and the ending. the same as the what? First and the last. Remember who was identified as the first and the last who? Yahweh. So if Jesus is saying he is that, what did he say? Yahweh. Why is Jesus calling himself Yahweh, the first and the last? Because somebody on earth is going to claim to be God and God, but he's not what? Yahweh. And he certainly is not the first, and he certainly is not the last. Because when another pope dies, another one will come. So he certainly not the what? First and the last. You see why Jesus is saying that? That's what you and I have to say.
Yahweh the first and Yahweh the last.
Exactly. That's it. Watch it, holy. Remember the four living creatures? Yes. What are they saying? Holy, holy, holy. Those four creatures are the Gospels, represented by actual beings that are alive. And all they are saying about Yahweh is that he's God. God only, God only, God only. That's what God wants you to say in Revelation. Amen? The phrase Yahweh or God Almighty is Yahweh of hosts in the Greek. So you have to show it's Yahweh you're dealing with. The same Jesus is called Yahweh of hosts. And, watch me, the Bible says he had a name written and no man could read the name. And then later on they give you the name because it is looked at from the perspective of the saints reading the name from heaven. And his name is called what? Lord of Lords and what? But the same Lord of Lords means what? And what then? So Jesus ends up saying he is God of all the gods of the earth. That's what you're going to tell a Muslim. That's what you're going to tell a Hindu. That Yahweh is the God of all the gods of the earth. And king of all those kings. That's the final thing. All this shows us that God is what? God alone. Is that understood? All the Pope is a king in the Vatican. Right? That's all. But Yahweh is the what? King of kings. Did you see that? So watch me here. When they come to the book of Revelation, Yahweh's crusade ends with us saying this. This is what you must say. You say, Brother Medina, what am I to say in the finishing of the works of this world's history? What are you to say? You're to take all of this and identify it to Jesus only. That's what you are to do. Did you just hear me? You said, so Brother Medina, I now understand we are in a crusade and it is Yahweh's crusade taking place. What am I to say as this crusade comes to an end? You have to say Jesus is the what? The what? So we don't need a substitute. Amen. You have to say Jesus is holy. Which means what? Holy. So we don't need a substitute. You have to say Jesus is Yahweh of hosts. So therefore he could deal with the whole earth that are attacking us. He is God alone. You have to say, yeah, and finally, when the plagues are falling, what would he be saying? Jesus is God of hosts, King of kings. And that way you are saying in essence that what? God is God alone. That there is one God. That's how the crusade is. That's what you're going to do. Now, those of you who want to get baptized, you have to learn the truth to be able to do this. And in this baptism class here, which we will be having in a while, what you are learning is to help you understand how to fit into that crusade. That's why we're going to talk to you about the poverty of man. What's the problem with man? Why he cannot do it on his own. So remember this well. Remember this study. I hope you could have appreciated what was said here. In closing, go ahead.
Grace and peace, brethren. I just wanted to quote one scripture in Romans chapter 16, showing that the gospel shows, the whole essence of the gospel is to exalt God as God alone, right? And this is what is to be preached to all nations. Romans chapter 16, verse 25, it says, now to him that is of power to establish you according to my gospel and the preaching of Jesus Christ, according to the revelation of the mystery, which we know is the gospel, which was kept secret since the world began, which we know the two witnesses prophesying in sackcloth and ashes, right? But now is made manifest. So now, what are we to see? And by the scriptures of the prophets, according to the commandment of the everlasting God, made known to all nations for obedience of the faith. To God only, God alone, wise be glory how? Through Jesus Christ forever. Amen. So in essence, to get everything in summary and with the incarnation, showing that Jesus is in fact God alone. And this is summarized in the gospel. This is what is to be preached to all men for them to be obedient to the faith.
Amen. So if you were dealing with the book of Romans, had the Romans accepted that what the sister quoted here, they would have never been a pope.
Amen.
That's why when you read the book of Romans will show you that part of the Great Crusade. Amen, brother? Why justification by faith? Because it is God that justifies. Only God could what? Justify. If man could do it by his own words, then he's God what? With God. That is the phase of the battle in Romans. That's what the book of Romans show. The book of Romans show in the Crusade, you had to deal with justification by faith. Because only God could justify, not man by his own works. Amen? And that's how the book of Romans ends. Telling the Romans, if you acknowledge God to be this, you will never seek to justify yourself. There will never have been a pope. Amen. That's the end of the book of Romans. But in closing again, book of Revelation. Any one of you who are preaching in these last days, you're facing a lot of presidents who feel they have authority over you and I. The Bible calls them kings. They will tell you, do you know what they tell people in Canada, in England, sorry? They create a new filter. They call it transphobic. I mean, when a person who is a man claims he's a woman, and you reject him, you have transphobia. So they're going to make that against the law. So that if a man comes saying he's a woman, you cannot reject him. Because they will say that is transphobic. And they'll put it against the law. And by the way, the latest thing they have now come to say, they want to make it a law that if a man comes in a dress and asks, you a man to go out. If you refuse, it is transphobic. They want to force you to go up in that man. I just wanted to show you when those kings tell you that. Listen, watch. When those kings tell you that, what are you to say?
What is God alone?
You have to say that Jesus is King. That's why you following him. He's your president. Amen, brother? Amen, brother? When some man in a succession, you were Francis the First. Before you were who? Benedict XVI. Before you were who? John Paul II. Before you, John Paul II. Before you were Pope Paul VI. And you're going back and back. Right? And before you, John the 22. And before you, Pius the 12. Okay. So guess what? You are Francis the First, but you're not the first, and you're only the last. Who is the first and the last?
Jesus.
Therefore, you cannot be a substitute Christ. That's what you're going to have to show. You have to be Are you holy? Well, in a little bit of a bash, you will say, well, no, I'm just like you, you know. I eat and I drink, I go to the toilet and so on. Are you God alone? You will say, no, I'm God's representative of you. Holy means God is God alone. Therefore, you're not holy. By the way, what is the most you have? Hope. You say 1.5 billion Roman Catholic. Then you say, well, God have billions of angels. And Jesus is in charge of all those angels. He is what? So, take it easy. It shows that Jesus is what? That's what it shows. So you see, the book of Revelation brings that. But the last thing you are going to show when the plagues are falling, because they will pass documents saying they kill us at a certain hour. And the people of the land will be saying, to kill those people, you have to obey the voice of the leaders of those nations, a united leadership. So in other words, we have to accept their words as authority. The last statement we will be saying, therefore, is that Jesus, therefore, is what? God. That's the very last thing you will be saying. That's how the crusade ends. Did you hear me? That's how the crusade ends. And then Christ is seen coming in heaven. Amen. So you know what? What you say? Try a question, little one.
Host. What host means?
Large amount. Large amount. There's a host of people, large amount of people. So watch me now, in closing, buddy. Watch this. Where you are sitting there, if you ask yourself, how have I benefited from this study? Number one, take the two witnesses and study it from the exalted point of view. Yes, my dear child. Let me mark it down for you. So host means a large amount of anything. In this case, he is Yahweh of all the angels. There are a large amount of angels. Okay? Right, so in closing, what have you gained from this study? I know what I have gained. I know that we have to look at the Bible from an elevated point of view. From heaven. After 1798, no sackcloth and ashes. Look at it in all its resplendent glory. Shining light through it to the earth from an elevated point of view according to Revelation. Therefore giving glory to God. Therefore you have to look at the books as they show the argument from the beginning. You have to look at the books as they show the monotheism of God. God is God alone. And watch me. If God is God alone, then He's the only God. So there are no gods with God. Any book in the Bible you take, look for that in it. What did I just say? Look for that in it. And you will have the right understanding of that book. You're looking at that book from an elevated point of view, from a point of view of heaven, as angels, and God Himself see it. Look at it that way. When you write the documents and truth, write the documents and truth based upon that same principle. If God justifies you, it is because it is only God could recreate. Amen. Because justification is recreation. He starts with your mind. If it is God that justifies, God is the creator. Yes. And therefore glorified God to be God only. So remember these things, right? So please let us go. Don't forget what we studied here. Don't forget the nature of this study. Don't forget the various texts we went to show you. And still I didn't show you half of what is here. You can take any book. Somebody say, oh, would you take the book of Esther and show Yahweh is going alone? You find her out. You find her out. And you will see the light God put on you and because you will be looking at that book from an elevated point of view. Amen. Amen? Remember it is 1798 has passed. So now you're supposed to be be running to and fro in the Bible. Therefore, knowledge is supposed to be what? Increased. So no more the Bible is being prophesied in sackcloth and ashes. Now it is elevated. Spirit of truth. Amen? So look at it from that view. And you'll see these wonderful things that you'll see. So let's pray. Gracious loving Father, thank you for having us as part of your great crusade, that we may testify that thou art God alone. Be with us in a special way, that we may look at the scriptures from an elevated position to deal with the events that are taking place now. Have mercy upon us because of our transgression, and justify us, recreate us, because thou art the creator, therefore thou art God alone. And we thank you for the light you have given to us, and truth that you have shown us now, through Jesus Christ our Savior. Amen. Amen.